All right, well, let's see who's here today. It's Monday, so it must be Sunday where most of you guys are at. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Told you I was an early riser. So we'll see what's going on. We'll do a little Q&A, and I'll get caught up on what you guys are doing. Hopefully the sound's working. Happy Easter. That's right. You're at it's Easter Sunday, so, I hope you find all your eggs. Let's see. Actually, I'm an early morning person. It's 3 a.m. Yeah, happy Easter, Jerry. Hey, boss. It's all good. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. I'll try to keep up with the comments this time. See and hear me good? All right, cool. Happy Easter. Happy Easter to you, too. Can hear you. How's everything going? Well, I'll tell you why I'm up so early is yesterday, Easter Sunday, I passed out at about 5 o'clock in the evening because Saturday, May and I were gone. We usually gone from the house for 2 or 3 hours, and that's it. And then we come home or, whatever. But we had appointments, and she needed to be someplace, and we met some friends at a resort for breakfast. And then what else did we do? May had a vlog to make, so I had to haul her ass across town. And then we had 2 other places to be. So we were gone like all day Saturday. We didn't get home till dark. And so yesterday was like, I went and did an interview with a young lady that's here from Davao. And so she had me on her channel. And yeah, it's Easter Monday, Fred. And then I came home and that was it. Happy Easter, Stephen. I hope you guys are all doing good. You got your own eggs. I hear you. Yeah. Happy Easter. Kind of a weird time for me to be coming on, but yeah. That friggin' Easter chicken. You know what? That's a good question. May was on April Fool's. Before April Fool's, I did a live stream and I was asking for advice and stuff to do. And I actually got some stuff, like little gag things that I bought downtown. And I never did anything because she was, she gets migraines. And so she had like a 3-day migraine. So I left her alone. What's going on, Stephen? What's going on with us? We're just staying busy. I don't even know what we do all day, but we managed to do it. So again, I'm like May's chauffeur, hubble driver. And so she's always going somewhere, meeting new people. And we've met a lot of new people recently. And just kind of hanging out and getting to know them. Do we? Are you old and ugly too? No, I have not. The friggin' chicken. He's in big trouble, but we'll talk about that another time. Good morning. I'm drinking, yes. I have to be in the mood. When did I have a beer? I didn't have a beer. I had a White Russian. We went to, about 2 weeks ago, we went to a place called the Why Not. And we went with 2 other couples. And the Why Not is kind of like the local nightlife place. But there's a 10 o'clock curfew. So we went to dinner. And then I had a couple, 3 pops. But I don't like beer that much anymore. It's just like too. So I had White Russians, and then the girls jumped out on the dance floor and they bounced around for about an hour. And the boys just stood there and watched them and had our drinks and our little chicka time. And then we went home. So that's the last time we've had a drink. COVID is weird. I guess that, again, I'm like 3 days behind on the news, and I believe about 10% of what I read. But that being said, from what I understand, Manila is back on an ECQ, enhanced quarantine. So I guess they've had a bunch of outbreaks there. Where I am at locally is, as far as I know, we don't have any COVID cases here. I could be wrong. I asked a tourist police guy yesterday or the day before, one or the other, about going to Siquijor. I said, hey, I want to go to Siquijor. What do I need? He says, well, you got to have a COVID test to go there, and then you got to have a COVID test from there to get back here. However, that's leaving out of Dumaguete, which is under the jurisdiction of the Dumaguete mayor. But what a number of my friends and neighbors have done is they've gone to Cebu out of a place called, Cebulan, which is just outside the district of Dumaguete. And so they just hop on the ferry and then go to Cebu, which is about 30 minutes away, called Santander. And they don't have to take any test going or coming back. And it's really cheap to get there. I think one guy took his car and another guy took his bike, and it was like about $10 to go there, and then $10 to come back with a vehicle and two people. So that, you know, I still am hinky about the going there though. I just, you know, the last thing I want to do is bounce to a different island and then find out that I can't get back. So more power to them. I'll live vicariously through them. Yeah, there's no roosters because I'm inside. We only have one chicken, live chicken, that runs around inside the compound. And a few months ago, one of our walls got washed down by a flood. We got flooded, and they've since repaired that. But one chicken wandered into the compound, and we don't get a lot of ambient noise. I mean, the noisiest thing here are my neighbors. Yeah, I know. It's still Sunday. Happy Easter to everybody. Thank you very much. I go for oh, cool. I have not heard one thing about One Shot over here. I don't know if they're doing it in other cities or towns, but not one word about any kind of vaccine here in Dumaguete. Thank you very much, John. Appreciate you. Oh, it's one of my trolls. Hi there. How are you? Where are the girls with bunny tails? Let's see. It must be a good time to come on. 57 already. What is the status of the car? Oh, good question. I did buy a car. I was really happy with the car because I got it for maybe, I'd say 40% below book value. And it had some issues that I knew about. So, because I drove it around, and then I brought it home for a day or two and scheduled a time with my mechanic. The guy had just had it in the shop, and they screwed that all up. So I told my mechanic, I'd send him a text real quick before I signed anything. And he said, yeah, we can handle what you got. Might take time for parts. And so that's basically what's going on. I took it to my guy. The air conditioning was screwed up. So he said it needed a part and some Freon, which I kind of figured. And then the engine light was coming on, but it was just the gas cap. And then what else? Oh, the steering was goofy. The guy had put on new rack and pinion, and I don't think his mechanic knew what he was doing. So they're getting that reorganized. And I think it'll be a really good A to B car, which is just what I wanted. I didn't want to invest a bunch of money. I have a philosophy not to buy anything over here I can't walk away from. So the car was very inexpensive. It's older. It's a Honda. And once it gets tuned up a little bit and it runs, it'll be a good gopher car. Go to the market. I wouldn't be scared to drive it a few hours out of town. And I'll just fart around with it for a few months and see how it goes. And just keep a constant road test going on it and make sure it's safe and reliable. Reliable's like, I don't want to get out of town and have my car break down. So that's it. And then, my philosophy also is that I can always sell it tomorrow for what I paid for it. It's a fixer-upper, if you will, but it's okay. Everyday life, Seinfeld, Groundhog Day, Weekend at Bernie's. I feel your pain. So this is someone who's hijacked May's picture and calls her baby Mame-san, which would mean a mama-san. One of those, they work in bars and all that kind of stuff. So we won't block him or put him in a timeout. We'll let him have his fun. You can't improve on perfect. What did you say that was insulting? The situation is a situation. I don't really know. I'd like to give you a detailed report, but I just don't have the information. I just, my mindset is that the end of this year, maybe they'll have their shit together, and we can resume our lives. They've had enough control long enough. Have you tried to put an ice pack on the back of your neck? I've tried everything. We've taken, for one thing, what she does wrong is I bought her a pair of glasses and she only wears them like 50% of the time. And she looks at her stupid phone all day. So I think that's got something to do with it. And it's probably a nutritional thing. It could be a food allergy. I once had a girlfriend a million years ago that if she ate cheese, she would get a migraine, just brutal. So Mays aren't severe, but pain will knock you down for the day. It does me at least. And it's a big equalizer, isn't it? When you're hurting. So when she's hurting, I just say, take it easy, lay down. And I usually bounce out and do whatever it is I got to do. And then I'll pick up something for her to eat and me to eat. We just kind of stay home. I like to hang around when she's not feeling good, just in case. And she does the same with me. Okay, this guy's getting old. Let's see. 3-day Viagra sounds very serious. Can you bring her to the doctor? It could be another illness. Well, yeah, we are going to the doctor. There's a clinic here up in Valencia. You have to understand that it's just this whole Easter thing. Easter is great. Everything goes to sleep. Everybody's off. Yeah, somebody asked me earlier about the car. And so for 3 days, nobody's done anything. There's some businesses that have been closed for 2 or 3 days. And doctors take off for 2 or 3 days. And so that's just kind of the way it rolls here. But I do want to get her in. I also know that she's got, we got halfway done fixing her teeth. One side of her face needed, all 4 of her molars are, 2 of them are ingrown. And so the ingrown ones need to come out. And right next to one of them is a cavity that they can't get to until they remove the molar because it's blocking the way. And it's a tooth that's actually growing sideways. So I got to get her ass in there this week and get her teeth fixed up. and she's got a few cavities. So I'm thinking maybe that's part of it. I don't know. But the migraines are not really severe. They're headaches, and she hurt her shoulder back when she was a kid. So there may be some kind of nerve stuff going on. I don't know. And to be quite frank with you, yes, the prudent thing is to take her to a doctor. But the only doctor that I think she should go see is out in Cebu. So that'll be one of our little trips. We both need to go to the doctor. I need to get a full makeup or blood work and all that kind of stuff just to see what's going on with me. I feel great, but with her, I'd like her to see a little more qualified physician than what's offered at Dumageddon. What's G in Duma? Yeah, I was just talking about that. We are free to roam about the cabin here. We're not on lockdown or quarantine or anything like that. We had an opening, a 4-day opening of being able to travel to other islands. And after 4 days, they changed their mind and said, no, you can't do that. But earlier I stated that you can sneak out of one port here and make it over to Cebu. And so I hypothetically get the car back, get in the car. My friend Gary needs to go to the doctor. May needs to go to the doctor. I should go to the doctor. So we'll just go on a doctor run, I imagine, probably in about a month, and we'll get everybody checked out. But before that, I'll get May back into the dentist and finish up with her teeth. When she had those 2 molars pulled out, she didn't want to go back. It looked like a chipmunk for about a week. And they got May got a ticket. May got a ticket. What was it, Saturday? Yeah, Saturday was the day we were really busy. And so that was one of her stops. She needed to go to Valencia to meet up with some other girls to make a video about God knows what. And she was walking through the park alone. I mean, it was like she was walking to go meet a girl, and there was nobody in the park. It was just little May walking in the middle of the grass, and the COVID police spotted her, and she had her mask down instead of all the way up, and they gave her a 200 peso ticket. And the only time that you're supposed to wear a mask like every time you leave the house, which I can't stand. And I don't see the sense of it while driving a motorbike or inside of a car. And the face shield thing, that's required if you go into certain establishments like a mall or a supermarket. But other places have like just given up. They say you must have a mask, you must have a face shield. They say that like at 7-Eleven. And I go rolling in there with just a mask on, just for appearances. And they don't say a word. They're tired of it. I don't know, Kelly. What's happening with you? Don Reynolds, what are the little things from U.S. that can't be found in the Philippines? Just any random things you can think of. There's a lot of stuff. Thank you for the super chat, Don. I have a balikbayan box coming from a friend, and inside of it, for myself, is a big container of vitamins, ibuprofen, Advil. And you can buy those things, but they're hyper expensive out here. So they have ibuprofen, which they call Aloxan, and it's like, and they sell it by the piece. They sell it 1 pill at a time. So I think we figured it out. It costs like 18 cents just to take one ibuprofen. And then a friend of mine picked me up, I think 1,000 of them or something like that for $20. So little things. The food's always an issue. Hey, baby, can you turn on the air? So food's always an issue. There's like stuff that you just can't find here in Dumageddon. I think it's more available like in Cebu. And I was going to say Bangkok, Manila. But little things, man, just shoes that fit me. Clothes are an issue for everybody that I know, and you got to get to a right place at the right time. And what else? Little things, just stuff like, mostly it's on the food end, condiments, and then on the clothing end, the medical end is available, but it's very expensive. So prescriptions and stuff like that can be a lot of money. But what's interesting is you can go to the doctor for next to nothing. It's like $10 to go see a doctor, and then it's $50 to get your prescription. So go figure. Look at May; she's trying to hide. So I am up early. Actually, I'm not up early. I usually wake up about this time, but I was just explaining earlier in the stream that we were bouncing around so hard on Saturday. We had a zillion places to be. That yesterday, Easter here, we conked out about 5 o'clock. How are you awake? It's like 3 a.m. very easily. I go to bed at 5 p.m. the night before. It's not that tough. It is hard to find. It's called Aloxan. And what's really weird is you can't buy it at 7-Eleven. You have to go to an actual pharmacy to buy it. So that's I call it the Easter egg hunt. You know, if we're going to go shopping and we need to pick up, I don't know, if I need to just go pick up simple stuff like milk and Tylenol and a carton of cigarettes or something to that effect, I'd actually probably have to go to 3 different places just to make that happen instead of bouncing into a convenience store. And the other thing that's kind of weird, getting back to Don, the little things, is the ability to use a debit card or a credit card everywhere you go. That was my mode. I never carried cash when I was in the States. I'd carry maybe $20, but even if I bought something for $3, I'd just, tap my card on the thing, boop, and it was done. I did it because it was efficient and didn't have to handle money. But over here, it's total cash. Even a lot of the big resorts, we went to Pura Vida, which is a high dollar resort the other day. And we met the owner and he gave us a card so we don't have to pay to get in, which is nice because we both vlogged about his place. And then I also interviewed the dive master over there. And so they were really nice to us. So we went there the other day for breakfast, but they don't take credit cards. And this is a high dollar place. If you didn't have this YouTube channel, what would you be doing now? That's a good question. That's a very good question. Actually, the YouTube thing, it's a long explanation, but I didn't even want to do YouTube. So it was just suggested that it was like 5 people said you should do it because of a different video that I did on Facebook. And then it was really a lifesaver, if you will, during COVID, because that's when my channel caught a few people's attention and we started getting a lot of comments, and we were able to sit at the old apartment, even with its crappy internet, and just deal with comments and make a few videos, and it gave us something to do. And May was always trying to think of ideas, and I'd help her. So it kept us occupied, and you need to have a purpose when you wake up in the morning. So YouTube really isn't my purpose. It's just kind of a diversion, if you will. And so that's a good question. But I bet you I would find something else. A friend of mine that I ran into 3 or 4 days ago when I was picking up a prescription for her, had said, you know what, he lived in Thailand for the last 10 years and now he just moved here. And he said, these guys that get bored and don't have anything to do, he said he found it very rewarding to do volunteer work. And I couldn't argue with that because May and I have done some of that, but we just haven't broadcasted it. So if you come over here and you've got kind of a empathetic nature, or you like working with people, or you like to get involved in the community and, be selfish and do something for somebody else. That's definitely a way that you can keep yourself occupied. Happy Easter. Christ has risen. When I was there, I couldn't find sour cream or salsa. I don't think I've been able to find sour cream or salsa either. Like a head of lettuce is about the size of my fist, where in America it's the size of my big freaking noodle, and it's super expensive. So it's like you can't make a salad, or you can't afford to make a salad. It would end up being $15, and it's not that fresh. It's like imported. Hello, good morning. Road to the Philippines. Interesting. I didn't, buddy. She wasn't feeling good, so I shined it on. However, it doesn't mean that I can't treat another day the same. So I've got the props. I'm ready. I'm ready to get it. And then I'll make a video about it. Yeah, man, it's better safe than sorry. It's not like I'm unhappy here. We have a little bit of cabin fever. But we're able to get out and about. If I wanted to drive or go to pretty much anywhere here on my island, if I wanted to go over to Negros Occidental from Negros Oriental, this island is so big they've cut it in half and kind of, to divvy up the graft. So I heard that it was a problem going from Oriental side to Occidental side, but now I've heard that it's not. So I don't have any big desire to go over there, but I could if I wanted to. COVID tests are going for. Is it really? I've always been curious about that. I heard 3,000 pesos for a test, but they're going to make a lot of money off of it, especially over here. It's going to be a moneymaker for them. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. It's just a Filipino brand. Yeah, and the quantities. It's like I said, a friend of mine went to Walmart and picked up a bottle that had 500, and it had another 500 wrapped around it. So it's 1,000 tablets, and that'll last. Same thing with vitamins. Like I got this little pack of vitamins behind me. I don't know what we paid for it, but just vitamin C and, fish oil and stuff like that. And it's just through the roof expensive. So I got one of those multivitamins, probably Centrum, I think he got for me. He picked up some new cargo shorts, better quality. I don't think he got, did I get any shoes? No. Got May some frying pans because the ones here are cheap and wore out. And what else? I can't even remember. But I'm looking forward to getting it. No, that's all right. They got no life. What's amazing about the trolls is the lack of imagination. They've got like 4 or 5 sayings and 3 or 4 buzzwords, and they all just repeat after one another. So, I said I've always felt sorry for them, but the only reason I actually ended up putting that last one at a timeout because it's getting annoying. The adults are trying to have a conversation, and it's like a little kid coming in the room every minute going, "Mommy, mommy, 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 mommy." So I was going to let him or her, or whoever it was, stay in the stream. I don't really care, but now that they're going to comment every 3 seconds. I am up early, bro. Death rate is going down, but they still want to shut the country down. Yeah. Never waste a good crisis, right? There's too much money to be made. Well, I'm not planning on anything for the rest of this year because I was really, really optimistic about all this, especially at the very beginning. I thought COVID would be over with in a month or two. like the swine flu or something. I thought it was just going to kind of have this little run and then burn out, but it didn't happen, did it? So then when the vaccines rolled out, I thought, okay, great. And now I know that it's all free in America. I think it's free in Britain and Australia. I'm pretty sure it is subsidized by the government, but there's no way in hell I'm in a free shot over here. And I don't think I'd want to take one here. I would take one when I got to America. I still plan to go home for a while, but I just don't know when the hell I can get back in. Good afternoon. How are you, Jamie? If it's quarantine way, Black Friday vacation in Batangas. I don't know. Good day, Willie. It's cooking with you. That is their job. Yeah. We've had a group of people picking on May recently and me. And we just want to ignore, we keep ignoring them. You know, that's what you do with people that don't like you or hate you or envious of you or whatever the case is. And I told May, I said, the secret to all this is to ignore them and just pretend they're not even there, make them invisible. And you don't have to be rude to them. And you don't have to reply to them. Or if they say something, you don't have to get involved in all the drama and the wah. I said, just, here's my philosophy. I came over here with a backpack and a suitcase and some money in my pocket, and I didn't know a soul. And I was really happy right then. So I could go right back to that level. I could have absolutely nobody in my life other than her, and I'd be cool. There's always new people to meet. Good evening to you. Filipinos can register with the barangays for the vaccine. At least that is the case in Bacolod. Okay. But all vaccines that were distributed to friends were recalled to Manila. That figure. Yeah, Manila's in trouble. So again, we're just gonna lay low, gotta let it play out, see what happens. And hopefully they don't require you to have some sort of stamp on your passport, because that would be a big invasion. You want to come on the stream, baby?
I have a headache.
You have a headache. Okay. We got to get her to a doctor, huh? How much are users? Why can't I? Yeah. Hunter, where's Hunter? Yeah. Everything's kind of closed. Well, yeah, it's kind of an anomaly. I'm going to go back to sleep after all this. So I'll drink a bunch of coffee and then go back to sleep. Yeah. I actually just woke up. I woke up damn near around midnight. Like I said, I sleep 5-6 hours. So I actually slept 7 hours if I think about it. I conked out at 5 and May conked out at like 4. So, wow, it just started raining. Let's turn on the fan. I'm going to. Anyway, where was I? Wow, it's raining like crazy outside. Anyway, that's the best part about being retired. There is no timeline, right? Yeah, but May doesn't use caffeine. She doesn't drink coffee. She drinks water and warm milk. So, chocolate could cause it. She doesn't eat a lot of that. She keeps the diet. She's got a really good diet, other than the rice, but that's part of life out here. But she eats a lot of fish, and she doesn't eat a lot of sweets. Saturday, we went for coffee and cake somewhere, and she only ate a few bites and then took the cake home. Let's see, how is May's land fund going? I hope it helps a little. Also, how is Jason? Well, I appreciate that, bro. Her land fund is going slowly but surely, probably 5 years down the road. If she keeps on keeping on, she keeps working hard. She keeps doing her videos, and she's trying to grow her subscribers, of course. And she's got a great work ethic. So she makes enough money each month to put away the majority of it. And then I figure 5 years that dream will come true for her as far as saving. Yeah, it depends on inflation, depends on land prices. I mean, there's factors that I can't figure out. And thank you for asking about Jason. Jason is slowly improving. He's getting up every day and doing like leg lifts and stuff. So he's not great. What happened, one of the side effects of him being held hostage in the hospital, which is another story, is he gained a ton of weight, and he was already a big boy. So he needs to get a better diet going. But I was just over at his neighbor's stashes the other day. I didn't go see Jason because I couldn't navigate the road. It was raining, and the road to his house is dirt, and it was just too weird. So I meant to go over there, but couldn't get there. So anyway, I'm going to be interviewing Stash again, I think, as soon as my phone arrives. And then I'll be in that neck of the woods, and I'll go see him. But we stay in touch every day on Messenger. So formerly vaccinated, mostly health workers. Is that here in the Philippines? Is that what you're discussing, Willie? If you guys haven't seen Dana Carvey doing Joe Biden, it's just off the hook funny. He's so talented, you know? We actually, you know what? She's making chicken soup. And I'm a big believer in rest and letting the body repair itself. And so we do need to get to the root cause of it. But the problem is, and I know I'm being repetitive, the problem is the quality of care out here is just, it's good if you got a cold and you need an antibiotic. If you got a broken arm or a broken leg from an abrasions, they're okay with that because they see a lot of it. Repetition. They know what to do. But you come at them with anything off the hook, like Jason's, for example. They didn't do anything for Jason. They just left him in a bed and gave him some oxygen and ran some tests and never came to any conclusion as to what happened. So, I'll take May. They got a clinic right here in Valencia, and I'll take her in there, and we'll do that. And you never know, you might get lucky. But I'm actually going to try to schedule a trip to Cebu, and not one of these let's go to the beach trips. It's going to be more of a working vacation, if you will. Get into the doctor, and then we'll take a day or two, and we'll probably go with my friend Gary and his wife, and because he needs to get in. He's got a hurt shoulder, and they've got 2 little kids, so we'll want to take the kids, get them checked up, and just make a 3 or 4 dayer. We'll go see the doctor one day. I know we'll have to go back the next day for follow-up visit, test results, MRI, whatever May needs. She's got Phil Health, which is good, so that should cut the bill in half. And then we'll try on some new restaurants while we're there. What's up, Hillbilly? Happy Easter, bro. Yeah. Someone told me magnesium. So I got every vitamin. She eats garlic to begin with. So she puts garlic in a lot of stuff. That and what else does she use? Ginger. Some people said magnesium helps. I honestly don't know. Cheese and triggers, yeah. Yeah, it's, if they had a cure, we'd have heard about it, right, Nomad? And I think it's just different strokes for different folks. It'd be okay if, you got a migraine, then you just need to take this pill. It's not like that. Certain triggers. So I don't know what her trigger is. Yeah, magnesium. We tried that too. Thank you. We're trying it. We've got magnesium. Somebody, I think it was you that suggested it last time, and I went out and bought some. So I don't know. It might be the teeth. If you think about it, she might have a cavity that's hitting a nerve and making her head hurt. So we got to get her cavity squared away. Hey, Jason. Philippines is awesome. Yeah, May drinks a lot of hot water, if you can believe that. She says cold water makes you fat. You're right, but you know what? I addressed that issue also. And I got salts and Gatorade. I thought that might be it. And it didn't work either. So far, we're batting a zero. But thank you for the advice. I've been following it, actually. Like I said, I haven't brought up this migraine thing before, but we did magnesium. She eats garlic on her own. That and ginger she puts in a lot of her food. Her food and my food are two separate articles. It's going good, George. How you doing, man? I like your picture. Nice big smile. Yeah, it will. But, she's grown up here. I think I've had 5 headaches in my life. That's something that happens to me. I used to have a turnout cause was my teeth. Oh. See, there you go. I might be on the right track here. I used to get earaches until I got my wisdom teeth taken out. Oh, that's what it is, May's got. I said molars. It's wisdom teeth. She's got an impacted wisdom tooth. So with a cavity in the tooth next to it, and they can't do anything with this cavity until they get this wisdom tooth out. So I'm going to drag her down to the dentist this week and get that squared away. She's really scared to go back because she had the 2 easy ones, and dentist is not fun. It's painful. And then after you've had a little minor surgery of any kind, there's pain, especially in your mouth. So she was cool because I had them use a lot of Novocaine or whatever they use to numb it, so she didn't feel pain during the surgery. But after the fact, healing it up, it's not easy. I know, I've had it. It hurts. Oh, yeah, she's a trip, man. We had coffee twice. We had coffee at Bo's. That was one of my things, I think, on Saturday. And then we met yesterday at Tom Tom's, and she did an interview with me. But she's really high energy, great sense of humor. She's got a very level head on her shoulders. I think of all the females that I've met, she's one of the most mature and great personality. A lot of respect for her. We were able to share some information between the two of us. And I've already said that I'm going to quit interviewing people and promoting other channels unless they kind of warrant it. I've had it backfire on me a couple of times. So, but with her, I'm going to do it. And I've also hooked her up with Jen, who lives next door with Mark, and Jen has a channel. And so she's going to be on Jen's channel. Yeah. She could probably use a massage. There is no acupuncture out here, brah. Thank you for the suggestion. Motorcycle traffic, neighbors singing karaoke, barking dogs, top roosters. I would have to go back. The roosters don't bother me. Barking dogs bother me if they're in a pack and they just yap all day. I think the worst is karaoke. And then, of course, the noisy drunk neighbors. I have never sent a ballot buy-in box. This is going to be the first time I receive one. And they handled it on that end. But from what I understand, LBC is what they use out here. Like if I was to send one away, it would be LBC. But I think it changes from different parts of the country as to what shipping agency you can use. I get Amazon. I ordered this computer on Amazon, this microphone on Amazon, my new phone I bought on Amazon. I bought some wireless microphones that are being replaced because one was defective on Amazon. What else? I got May's computer on Amazon. I like Amazon. I don't like the company. I think it's brutal, but I've just found that if you pay a little bit more and get it from America, it lasts a lot longer. It's a lot better quality. And I don't trust some of these like Shopee and Lazada places. I've used them, excuse me, in the past, and it's just cheap knockoffs, you know? And so I think it's still better quality control through Amazon. Like your channeling, I'm coming to the Philippines on my way to Thailand when COVID is over. Cool. I have a friend of mine I just talked to before I started the stream, AJ. He's in Thailand right now, and he's having challenges with the language. I prefer Thailand to the Philippines myself. So I think that'll be one of my trips in the future. Hey, John, did you see the video May did? John's the guy that's sending me the Balikbayan box. And so he went shopping through Walmart and picked up all that stuff. I forgot what you bought now. I know you got the Tylenol and the ibuprofen, the multivitamins, some shorts, some pots and pans, and underwear. What else? I can't remember, John. Crows keep building it. Will scare them off. Crows. You know what? In Vegas, we had a pigeon problem. So people would buy fake statues of owls, and that would scare them away, like a scarecrow. Taking medication, that's just eating spicy food and having to reduce level. You know, I agree with that. I agree with that 1,000%. I think spicy food is awesome for you. I really do. And I felt really healthy, even healthier. I lost weight in Thailand. And I think a lot of that is attributed to eating spicy food. Where out here, it's sweet. You know, Well, happy Easter to you too. Thanks for joining us today. It is. I'm proving my old manness. Aloha. Cool, man. Good. Yeah, I don't like to give advice, but there were a couple of topics that I felt were worth mentioning. And that reminds me. I have a friend that's in Mexico, and I won't say his name because I don't know if he wants me to, but he's going through hell right now. The reason why is he cannot get any money. The reason why is he can't receive a friggin' text. He unlocked his phone and told him he was going to be needing an international number, and they screwed it up. So he followed the advice, but it didn't function properly. So now he gets into Mexico. He tries to wire over some money to himself. All the companies, he tries 5 or 6 different, like Zoom and Western Union and Remitly and the rest, and they all said the same thing. We've got to have an American phone number or a phone number, period, that we can send you a text. So we can send you your special number, and you can type in the number, and that confirms that you are you. It's a security thing, which is fine. So I'll go back into advice mode. If you're coming over here, make sure your telephone, I don't care what country you're from, is unlocked, number one. And number two, that it's set up for you to make international phone calls. at least for 30 days. And then you can shine it on if you want to. And it cost me $15 through T-Mobile. And T-Mobile at the time, I actually ran off of that for a while because it was only $50 a month. And then it was $65 a month. And so I felt a lot safer and more secure by maintaining my T-Mobile American number. And I just bought another phone out here that was for local stuff. And then after about 3 or 4 months, I said, I'm wasting my money. So I canceled the T-Mobile. Maybe not even 3 months, maybe 2. But I just, I feel very strongly about that. So finally, he asked me, what would I do? And I said, I'll tell you what you do. If you have a friend in the States that is totally cool and you can talk to them online, put your friend's phone number in. And then when he gets the text, he can send the text to you and you can put that number in and everybody's happy. And so I think that's what he did. And I think it worked for him. But what a hassle. And they locked up his account because he tried so many times, his bank shut him down. Oh, awful. Yeah. I went to Hypermart one time and forgot to bring money. First time, only time that I ever walked out and didn't check to see if I had any cash. But I had a credit card. And so it was like a 30-minute ordeal to do the credit card just for $80 worth of stuff. Happy Easter. Linda, always nice to have women on here. Happy Easter. Shout out from Rich Austin. All right. Thank you, Rich. Where am I here? Where am I go? Jesus, here we go. How much supplemental income one earn with a YouTube channel? You can earn anywhere from, the minimum they'll pay you is $100. And then there's a guy called The Beast who's going to soon become the first YouTube billionaire with a B. All points in between. But really doesn't really matter how many subscribers that you have. It depends on how many views you get. There's so if I make a video and I get I just did one. I think I make around $30 a video if it gets an average view. And then you get ones that get 100,000 views and you make a couple $100, So it could, again, it's not my source of income, my primary source of income. It's, I call it coffee money. So May takes it real serious. She made a couple $300 and it gets put in the bank. And that's cool. And then sometimes she doesn't do any live chats because her English, she's nervous about that. So super chats and stuff like that, I just give to her. But that's a good question. My neighbor, Mark, he was teaching English and making $5, $10 an hour, something like that. Teaching English, not teaching English, but it was conversation English. And then he switched over to YouTube, and he works really hard at it. And he's only been around for like 6 months, and his channel's way past mine as far as subscribers and views and income. But he works at it, I put very little effort into it. How you doing, man? There's China. Good to see you, brother. Grab your picture. Where'd you go? Hello, Virginia Beach. Right. Actually, I'm going to go to sleep after this. Oh, yeah. I got shoes. Did I get shoes? I think I just got shorts. But she did get frying pans. Now, we didn't get many clothes. It was more, nuts and bolts stuff. Do you have a garden? Actually, May's got a garden with plants, and she grows ginger and stuff like that. Some medicinal stuff that she grows. We don't have a proper garden area though. It's just out on the balcony. And I appreciate the offer, but the last thing we need is more plants. It attracts too many bugs. That's right. If you do hit the like button, I know it's a lot of effort. So make sure you bend at the hips and then rehydrate. Maybe do some breathing exercises. The car is in the shop. Should be out whenever they feel like giving it to me. It could be a week, it could be 3 months. I think they're ordering a part for the air conditioner, and God only knows where that might be. Probably in that boat in the Suez Canal. So I bought the car for, I was trying to be forward thinking on it, and it was such a good deal. I paid such a low price for it, and I knew it had some issues. And so I did chat with my mechanic prior to pulling the trigger, if you will. And we went to a lawyer and did it proper. And the guy that owned it had owned it for 8 years. He's a foreigner. And he had all the paperwork, was square. It was no problem with the title being transferred. None of that nonsense, which is 50% of the battle right there. And so I don't need the car for 3 or 4 months, really. It'd be nice to have it, but I don't need it. I think the big trip that I want to take is to Palawan, here in our island. I do need to get home, though. I do need to get home. I've been out here 4 years. I haven't been home yet. So there's just people I need to see and some things I need to do, some stuff I need to set up, take my own advice, open a Charles Schwab account, do some stuff as far as mail forwarding that I didn't do prior to, I didn't even know they had that. So I don't beat myself up over it. But just little stuff I need to kind of take care of, some business stuff I need to wrap up. Yeah, I can do that. May'll do it on her channel. She'll unbox it. They don't videotape anything. I do have Facebook. It's just Paul McGill, and I think it's Paul McGill. And if you put in Dumageddon or something like that after my name, you'll find it. If I knew how to do it, I'd put a link in here somewhere, but I don't know how to do that. But I'm pretty easy to find. Thanks. Go to a Social Blade. Yeah. You can go to Social Blade. It'll tell you. It's not really that accurate though on the money, because it'll say you earn $56 to $986, or it'll say you earn $3,000 when in fact the person's making $6,000 or $7,000. Mine usually says that I made $1,000. So sometimes that's right, and sometimes it's way off. So, but Social Blade is a good website to go to if you want to see subscriber counts, views. That's really accurate. But the one thing I've noticed about them is you can't get a precise number on the income. But I have had months where I've made $2,000 on what do you call it? YouTube. Just because I had not Rockstar, that sounds silly, but I just had some really huge views, especially back during the COVID time when it first locked down. Good morning. Yeah, vaccine number 1, it sounds like it was a variant that resists the vaccine. I don't know about all these variants and stuff. And then what I see on the news is that places like Florida, they were expecting a great big uptick because of the spring break, and it didn't get one. And then other places that have followed all the rules are having upticks. So go figure. No, I can't take her. I can't take her. She doesn't have a passport for one. And I keep telling her, you need to apply for a passport, and she didn't do it. So I leave her alone. If you want to do it, do it. If you don't, don't. And she talks about going places, but I can show her the form and fill it out. I think she's a little scared of it. Maybe one day I'll sit down with her and just do it for her, like I did her bank account. I think she's intimidated with her spelling and stuff like that. But no, I would like to take her there one day. A lot of guys say, don't take your woman to America. She'll find some other guy. And I say, well, okay. At least you know. Well, yeah, it kind of goes into the advice mode. I've actually done a couple of videos. I think one of them was called, What Would I Do Different? But I could tell you right here, right now, I guess I could do a video like that. I think I already have. I don't want to be redundant on the videos. But I would just, if I had to go back and do it all over again, I would have, number one, brought 3 times as many clothes as I brought. I would have saved more money. What else? And again, like I said, just stuff like computers, medicines, stuff like that. I probably would have set up a box, a Balak buy-in box filled with all that stuff. Because electronics out here is double the price. Vitamins and medicines are quadruple the price. And the list goes on and on, but we're all individuals. I don't know what you need. You may not be a fat guy like me. You may have a 28-inch waist, so that's not a problem for you. You can buy all the stuff you want out here. It didn't. May didn't feel good, so I didn't feel like messing with her. So I just left her alone. But I'll do it in the future. As soon as she's having a great day, I'll make sure I bring her down. Or scare the crap out of her. Okay, there's some medical advice for you, COVID folks. There's some more medical advice. Paul, when I get done, how would you recommend getting a guy to show me around? Make sure I stay out of trouble. How much should I pay? It's not really a bad question. I am assuming that you say trouble is going into the wrong place at the wrong time. Let's see, how would you recommend getting a guide? I probably could find you a guide. Renlyn is a young lady that's out here right now. She's renting a car one day, I think today or tomorrow, something like that, because she wants to go to some places, and the car comes with a driver for 1,000 pesos a day. So I'll find out from her how that goes. So that might be the way to go. And then you could take that one step further. You could rent the car with the driver, and then I could hook you up with some people that may want to go make another 500 pesos, give them, and they go with you just to kind of keep you company or make suggestions and help interpret, someone that's bilingual. So I know a lot of people like that. If I was a 35-year-old single male with a steady income, where would you spend your first 6 months? Thailand. All day. I'm watching a series right now. Why can't I think of the name of it? It's about this guy in Thailand that was murdering people. And so if I was 35 years old with a steady income stream, I would bounce all over the place. I'd live like kind of the backpacker kind of life, maybe upgrade it a little bit. But I'd love to go at that age and Europe and Asia, and just, low key, but see the sights, explore the world, see what I liked and didn't like. I think travel is the best thing for young people ever. Well, thank you very much, Anthony. We'll make that happen. I don't know if I'll be taking her today because she doesn't feel too hot. But thank you very much. Appreciate that. What if the married question ever comes up? Will you bail or do it? It's not a question. It's come up. It was one of the very first topics that we approached, babies and marriage and all that kind of stuff. So we've already addressed all that. And no, I wouldn't bail. I'm not the type of guy that bails. Well, I mean, if I got pushed into a corner, like, marry me or else, no. 82 and sunny in Vegas. Yeah, this is like the season in Vegas right now. March, April, May, June starts to warm up again. I think his channel is Life Beyond the Sea. Have a great day. I do know Rike. In fact, I watched all of his videos before I came out here. He started a channel back in like 2012. And when I first came out here, Rike was in Dumaguete. And I bumped into him at McDonald's. And so I introduced myself. He said, sit down. And we had a hamburger and we talked for about an hour. And then I didn't see him in person until he left for Vietnam. And then he rang me up, or somebody rang me up and said, hey, come have dinner with us. It's Rick A's last night. So some of us got together and we went to sushi. And so we got a chance to talk there. And then I've done a live stream or two with him too in the meantime. What's cabal? See, I don't know anything. My ex got a migraine every time her mom was pissed at her. Honestly, she never connected the dots. Yeah. It could be emotional. You're right. See, that's just it. There's somebody could be overthinking, My two banks locked me out. I should have told them out of the country. We'll see Monday as they contact and solve the problem. That's exactly what I'm talking about, bro. I don't know if I mentioned that, but you have to call your banks and credit cards and say, hey, by the way, I won't be in the country. I'm leaving, because they pick up the phone call or the IP or whatever the hell they do to track you these days. Probably not much. And they see that you're not, in Atlanta, Georgia anymore. You're in Hong Kong. They figure it's a hacker. So again, it's all security stuff that I can't argue with, but you have to call. And for me, at least, I couldn't walk into my bank branch and just tell somebody in person. They said, well, that's a good idea, but you have to call this 800 number. It's a different thing. The branch wouldn't handle it. Hey, thank you very much. Happy Easter to you. Yeah, she's saver. She is a little saver. And she's also very generous at the same time. So out of the blue, I think it was last week. I don't know why I did it. I know. May had done some interviews with some young ladies that were like single moms and stuff like that. And they were kind of, hardworking, industrious young ladies that didn't have much of a future. And I think one of them had a baby and all this and that. Anyway, some of her subscribers sent her some donations on PayPal. And she was getting the donations and she made a list. And then she asked me to calculate it because of the pesos to the dollars. And we figured out that this one gets 3,000, this one gets 4,000, this one gets 1,000. And so she went around one day and just doled out money to these women because she'd received donations on her PayPal. And I think May was like, wow, I did all this video. I didn't get any money. So I don't know what happened, but I was just sitting here and I gave her 5,000 pesos. I said, here. we did. I said, I have a little extra money this month. So here's 5,000 pesos for you. And because every month that the rent bill comes in, I hand it to May and I go, it's your turn. So anyway, I gave her this 5,000, and a couple, 3 days later, we were out and about, and I was just breaking her balls because we got the bill, a check at a restaurant. I said, here, you pay. And she always gives me this look. And they said, well, you got $5,000. She goes, no, I don't. I got 2,000. I said, well, what'd you spend 3,000 on? And she said, I gave 1,000 to my father, and I gave 1,000 to my mother, and I gave 1,000 to my sister. So there you go. See, she's a saver, but she's generous. It wasn't her earned money, so I guess it was easier to give away. I heard a lot of people having issues. Philip, okay, that's to Philip. Hey, JIB did a stream. He was not happy that you promoted a girl on your channel who already scammed a man before you was trying to set her up again. I don't even know what that means. Who's Jib? Not happy I promoted a girl on your channel who already scammed a man and you was trying to set. No, I don't try to set anybody up. Most of the people that I interview, I'm just meeting 10 minutes before because May meets them, and they come over. And we have had some people that, it's Harriet. Harriet's back. And we have had some people on the channel that I would not have back again. We've had some people lie on the channel. And that's why I said I think I'm going to get away from interviewing. There's been some, if I could go back and not do it, I would. Nothing intentional, but it happens. Once May interviewed a woman and that she just met and asked her if she's single. She said, yeah, and went through this whole thing. And that was that. And it turned out that she had a boyfriend, and the boyfriend saw the channel and got all mad. And so, we're not responsible for how people respond to the questions. I don't have a lie detector hooked up to them. Harriet's back. I got the Samsung, I forgot what it is, S21 Ultra. Supposed to have I watched a lot of reviews and got a lot of advice from you guys. And it's supposed to have a super dynamic camera on it. And it's really a really fast processor. So the issue I was having was the wireless mics. My phones didn't have enough processing power to handle the Bluetooth. So we went all in on my stimulus check and bought that. He is very funny. I think it's on Stephen Colbert. I wasn't looking for Stephen Colbert, but I was looking for Dana Carvey, and it turned out that he was talking to Stephen Colbert. And Dana Carvey did Fauci, he did Biden, and he did Paul McCartney. He did Paul McCartney getting a COVID shot. It was really funny. Baby and I have heard that people are allergic to circulate smoke. Oh, secondhand smoke? Yeah, I'm sure they are. That's why I smoke outside. Happy Easter, China Dave. It's a miracle. Okay. Really bad headaches in our eyes. So it turned out because yeah. Well, you know what? That's a good point. I bought Baby May glasses like 6 months ago or more, and she forgets to wear them, if you can believe that. Well, happy Easter to you too. Fill in the polypines. Go to quack doctor. Terminology there. They will have a provincial cure. Bring a white chicken, a black chicken, a sacrifice. Yeah. I knew a guy that had cancer that did that. Didn't work. Good morning to you, Grumpy. Not according to May. May says it helps you gain weight. See? Yeah, the girls washed the car before I took it in. I know being with very big cause of headaches, eye strain, she had quality eye test. Well, we did. I mean, yeah, she wears her hippie glasses and all that kind of stuff, but she has a proper pair of glasses. Like I've got prescription glasses, and she spends too much time on her phone. No eBay. Maybe do me and be your IT guy. Yeah, if you're going to be my IT guy, that'd be awesome. I think I solved most of my computer problems, but there's stuff that I don't know how to do on the computer that I could use an IT guy to show me the ropes. Yeah, I agree. I just, I can't emphasize that enough. Is for me being retired meant not having to show up, and I didn't have to push myself. You don't feel good, or you're just feeling kind of draggy, and you still got to go to work, or you still got to take the kids to school. I mean, the beat goes on, right? And I just feel like this is my time to be selfish. The kids are grown, the wife is gone, the job's over with. I get my little check every month, and do what the hell I want. So if I, like yesterday, May said, "Hey, let's go get a pizza." I said, "No, I'm staying home. I'm not driving the scooter anywhere. I already went down and did the interview, and now I'm home, and that's where I plan on staying. I'll pass the Doritos." Bronchitis and heat will make you wear diapers on your face and shield. Yeah, I don't believe breathing. What was it? Masks should be replaced every 20 minutes because you do have a lot of crap coming out of your mouth and nose, whether you like it or not, healthy or not healthy. And you're just breathing your own crap. I'm not a big believer in these masks unless you're in public and you got to sneeze. So I guess in crowds, we should wear a mask. But like when May was walking through the park by herself and she had the mask down and they gave her a ticket, the COVID police were hiding up a tree or something. That is true. There are some companies or some items that will not ship here. And it lets you know that. So like you might go in and look for an item. Let's just say it's a pair of shoes, and one company will ship them here, and another company will not. But I haven't had the problem with Amazon and anything that I have wanted to buy, but I have noticed on other things that I was just snooping around looking at that they said this product is not available to be shipped to where you're at. And then the car would cost you $700. Okay. I would disagree, but okay. Samsung S21 Ultra. It's a lot of words for a stupid phone. He's given us a preview down adopted you. Thanks for reaching Philippine philosophy. Preview example of what we can expect. Since my dad passed, I've adopted you. There you go. Welcome to the family. I haven't seen one snake since I've been here. I think I ran over a little snake, but I was going kind of fast, and I'm not sure it was a snake, but it looked like one. Little tiny one. There's just so much diversity there. There's temples, and the architecture is very interesting. They do cool stuff, like they have, food that they serve on the river. Just the food itself is awesome. Street food is super healthy. We're here, it's not. I guess the biggest drawback for me in Thailand is number one, the language, and number two, you got to drive on the left-hand side of the road. And the names are like 47 letters long. I found that in Thailand, there was a different kind of expat too. I think the expats in the Philippines are much more akin to me as opposed to the ones that went to Thailand. Not all, but some. Hey, Paul, great to see you. Thanks for taking the time to chat with us. Well, thank you very much. I hope you guys take the time to check out Today with Baby May and subscribe to her channel because she works really hard. Yeah, they take forever to get here. They take months to show up. Oh, dude, it's just awful. The karaoke is always turned up to 10, so there's all that it's not even clear. If they turn it down to 5 on the volume meter, it would be a lot better. It'd be a lot clearer. But what's the word I'm looking for? Not static, but it's just distorted. And the guy's drunk and he's singing some goofy song and he can't sing with shit, which is fine. But it goes on and on and on and on and on. Barking dogs don't bother me if they just bark a couple of times. But if they're in a cage or they're in a pack and something's got them excited and they bark for an hour, that's brutal. The chickens don't bother me one iota. I hear roosters crow and chickens yapping, and to me, it's just like nature. It's like a bird, it just seems normal. The loudest thing out here are neighbors. That varies, man. I've paid $14 and I've paid $200 for delivery. Just depends on who's shipping it. Oh yeah, real can opener and towels. That was the other thing. Thanks, John. I forgot about the can opener and the towels. It's another thing, towels. Bring your own towels out here because the ones out here, I don't know what they're made out of. Hey, thanks, Cher. You know what? I think so too. I really honestly believe it. Because of true migraine, she would be super sensitive to light, and that's just not the case. So she may be calling a headache a migraine. In fact, she does say, I have a headache. And I think it's affected by the teeth. And either way, we got to do the teeth anyway. So we'll get her fixed up. Hey, thanks, Paulie. Yeah, we don't have crows out here. I'm buying an interview. $23 out of only $15. Oh, cool. Yeah, different things cost different prices. Then what'll kill you sometimes is the shipping. So, good morning. And Crest toothpaste. That's right. I forgot about that. Can't buy Crest toothpaste out here. All right, we're going to wrap it up. It's almost 5 o'clock. So 13 minutes and we'll wrap it up. That's enough of me, right? John is from Little Rock, if you remember correctly. Yeah, he is from Little Rock. He went through Walmart, man, and videotaped it. May just can't shut up about Walmart now. Yeah, $15 a month. You're absolutely right, Anthony. And I don't think they had dual SIM cards in America, or maybe they had them and I wasn't aware of it. But that's not a bad idea. I just know what I did. I kept my phone, and it was a what do you call it? Apple. It was a mistake. Anyway, I bought that stupid thing, and it only had one SIM, but I kept the T-Mobile alive for a couple of months, and then I bought another little phone out here. Well, I'm talking about prior to coming out here. If you wait till you buy it here, you're not going to have the right phone number, and you're going to want to transfer money. So if you're sitting in Britain or Australia or America, and you're setting up to transfer money, say via Zoom, like I do, you need to have an established phone number. You need to have the phone unlocked. You need to have contacted the phone company and the credit card companies and let them know that you're going here or wherever you're going. And once you get here and you first transfer your money, they're going to do a security check, and it's going to come via that phone number. So if I waited till I got here and bought a card, that wouldn't be able to transpire. So I get through as many of these comments as humanly possible, kids. Got a lot. I always get behind on the comments. I'm going to do Ernest there. Happy Easter, Candy. Yeah, but you got to have an internet connection. So that would be my warning is the internet goes down, or I'm talking about here, a lot. And brownouts happen a lot. So if you're on the internet trying to make these phone calls and you lose the internet, you've lost the phone call. And I'm not talking about forever. I'm just talking about the first month or two while you're here. I think it's a good idea. I'll go back to it's a good idea, not advice. Okay. It's what I did. All right. And it worked out for me. Happy Easter. All right, I won't worry when the dollar crashes. Hey, David. Yeah, well, you're all set with that. Always do this stuff a few months ahead of time anyway, buddy. Happy Easter to everybody. Happy Easter, Barry. Appreciate you. Give me the time that many times my faith likes Philippines more. LOL, not yeah, well, I like the Philippines just fine. I've been here 4 years. I think Thailand would be a really healthy break for me, though. Take May over there, let her run around. Yeah. You know what, man? I need another room. I can't pull it off here, but I would love to do that. I would love to set up a desk and a couch and do a monologue. Just do the whole spinoff, you know? It would be fun. But I know it would be impossible because I'd never be able to get everybody organized. That's the biggest thing, is trying to get other people to understand what you're trying to do. And that's why you need, now I understand why TV shows, they need all these. I used to read the credits and go, what do they need all these freaking people? Now I understand. Yeah. We'll build apartments for some income. Worry Social Security will be bankrupt. I don't worry about Social Security being bankrupt. Hey, Vegas, what's going on, Daddy-O? Cincinnati, Ohio, welcome to the team. Yeah, Turkey. Yeah, she's getting better. I am still very mediocre, but she's improving drastically. And she has better than others. There's a couple of videos I wouldn't let her post. Well, I didn't say that. I suggested that she not. And she took my advice. It was just too sketchy, you know. We've become a little bit jaded, if you will, and wary of some of the people that we've had on the show. So we're going to try to vet them better. And I've said to May, I am going to interview this young lady that's come all the way out from Davao. She's a lot of fun. I was on her channel, and she earned my respect. That's for sure. We had a long conversation about a lot of things, and we had a lot of fun. So I am going to give her channel a promotion, and because I've vetted her, and so, but moving forward, no more. Yeah, open. I've heard that when the bank finds out you're in the Philippines. Well, that's true. I guess my bank knows I live here, and they don't have a problem with it. In fact, my debit card's expiring, and they're mailing me another one. Baby May. She said, you're one of the funniest guys she's met. You're the kind of guy that makes you laugh so hard you pee your pants. Well, yeah, that's who I'm talking about. She's someone that I had 2 different meetings with. And so after that, I now feel comfortable to have her on the channel. I've had other people on the channel that I regret. And so I just don't, it's okay to make a mistake. It's okay to fail. It's okay to do it wrong. That's how you learn. So hopefully I've taken that information and I've decided to correct the course. But yeah, she's a lot of fun. We had a good time. And I did a video on her channel already. So I don't know when she's releasing that. All right. It's safe right now. You can go right now. You just can't get back. You can hop on a plane tomorrow and go home. Sarcasm is only funny for the one who gives a sarcastic remark. It doesn't fly well with all your fans and friends. I don't know, was I being sarcastic? I have a sarcastic nature, so maybe I did. Be a mileage. May doing advice for. Do you think there would be mileage for May doing advice for? No. She'll bring single Filipino moms on the channel that are looking to meet foreigners. They'll just kind of talk about themselves. But May's not going to give advice like how to do it. Does Panama consider that out of territory earning and non-taxable that you make the videos about? Panama, they would expect you to pay tax. I don't know where Panama came from. I pay tax in America, and May pays tax here. And then they're now collecting tax from May for making money from America. I think it's 30%. So that's taking effect pretty soon. So the old income just keeps shrinking. You're absolutely right, Willie. You're absolutely right. Once she gets the passport, first trip will be Singapore because it's the easiest to get into. It's close. And we could actually just do, because it's really expensive there, but a buddy of mine was trying to renew his 3 years. So he went from Cebu, I think, to Singapore, waited around the airport till the day changed, and then actually boarded the exact same plane with the exact same crew and flew back. But the day had changed. So the date changed. It went from the 23rd to the 24th, and that actually renewed his tourist status for another 3 years. And I thought about doing that with May, is just get that stamp in the passport. And then as the more you travel, the more they trust you. Excuse me. I don't post it. I'll post it here somewhere after I get done with the stream. If you want to write it down, I'll say real slow. PMCGILL5 at Gmail. PMcGill5 at Gmail. All lowercase. Well, that's good. Like I said, everybody's got their little system. And razor blades. That's right. I got all kinds of shit coming. Yeah, she does. She's a good girl. Yeah. Oh, I don't. Did I beg for a thumbs up? I thought I made a joke. I'm a little touchy today. Hey, God, that's the best way to get through work. It's YouTube and get paid for it. My family are planning to retire in the province in Mindanao, where she's from, where expats are not existent. You're right on. Says how some guys want to roll. We got 1 minute left, kids. Yeah, that's why we opened her up a bank account and got her all kinds of different IDs. So it would show some establishment. And then I've also heard that she needs to have like 10 or 20,000 pesos in her wallet, showing that she has her own money. And then I think, if I'm hearing people right, that I can guarantee it by signing. In other words, she's with me, and if she doesn't come back, they can come after me as well as her, like a cosigner on a loan. I don't know if that's true or not. There you go. There's a channel you guys can watch of a young guy running around the world. What advice to stay if you want to meet girls plus do some diving? Well, meet girls anywhere, I guess. And diving is good out in down. Thank you very much. Would a man in his early 70s have a chance there? Well, good as anywhere. A new YouTube series documenting expatriate Philippines. All right, there you go, kids. Grumpy has filled you in on a new YouTube channel. I'm looking forward to visit. Which bank do you like the best? May uses BDO. I don't have a bank out here, but BDO I think is as good as the rest. Oh wow, no thumbs down yet? They're coming. They'll come on the replay. Yeah, you got to notify these guys. You think with all the technology they'd know where you are anyway, right? Isn't that the whole point of it? But no, you have to let them know. All right, kids, I'm going to sign off here in a few minutes. I don't know, Kona. Your guess is as good as mine, buddy. There's some good advice. Grumpy's always got good advice. That's good advice also. So I am sorry I'm going to miss some of your comments, kids. But happy Easter, happy Easter, happy Easter. Let's see if I can get to a few of these guys at the bottom here. Forget about the Hong Kong. The Chinese are in charge now. Well, Hong Kong would be to go for 24 hours and come back and get a stamp on the passport. They're not going to move there. I think that is why she ain't going to the States. Paul, so far away, this one will probably be read tomorrow. Yeah, I went to the bottom. And I am way behind. But, I'm old and stupid. What can I tell you? If you need money, just find the International Bank in case of emergency. Get $10,000 and bring it back. There you go. I don't take sand to the beach. Okay. All right. You have a good attitude towards it, especially with your spirit being made of it. Yeah, I try to. I try to have benefit of the doubt to everybody. And if I don't like somebody, my whole thing is just to ignore them. I don't want to rock anybody's boat. I don't want to get into a confrontation with somebody. I don't want to be snarky with them. I am sarcastic, but that's here jacking around with you guys. But if there's somebody that I don't trust or has done me wrong or anything like that, I do everything I can just to avoid them. I don't have time for it. I don't have the energy for it. It's not worth the time. Oh, I think it's awesome. I do. I see a lot of married couples out here. Well, I shouldn't say a lot, but I do know some foreigners that come over and they're already married and they just, their motivation is the same as mine. They want to live on more for less and they like it over here and they can handle it. Well, if you got a local number, sure. It's long distance, it ain't going to happen. All right. You know what? That's a good one to end it on. Peace out to everybody. Thanks for joining the little show. Again, this was as unscheduled as ever. And I just woke up early and I thought I would give this time a try. And so I think almost 400 people were watching at one point, and I'm way behind in comments, but what's due, right? So remember, be nice to one another. All right. Happy Easter, everybody.